Hey guys, I am back at a snowy stump. It is snowy. I was hoping this wouldn't come for a little bit, but it did. So, today we're going to be looking at... Hang on. There we go. We're going to be looking at something by Gerber. This was something that was requested. It was kind of funny. It was requested sort of at the same time that I was just out and about, and I saw it, and I make no secret that I'm not a big fan of Gerber stuff, but it was kind of a really good deal, and I was a little bit curious, and just around the same time, some viewers, 3 viewers actually around the same time frame, had asked if I would take a look at this. So I said, why not? So today we're looking at the Gerber Prodigy, sort of in the same family as the Gerber LMF, kinda, sorta. Obviously it's a fixed blade. No, I'm just going to leave this here though. The LMF is more of, alright, at this point, I think I'm putting on some gloves. I have some really nice Thinsulate gloves, some really nice issued ones up in a closet in the wintry stuff, and I don't know where they are, so I'm just wearing my work gloves right now. But so the LMF, the Prodigy, like I said, in the same sort of family tree with the Gerber LMF, which was designed, to be issued military-wise. The Prodigy is built similar, not exactly the same. Not a huge fan of the blade steel on this, but it is actually a made in the USA knife. So it has a lot of the same design elements and look as the LMF and the LMF2. I think I'm going to have to go without gloves to get a real good feel for this. Maybe I'll put them back on later. But it's designed for your rugged outdoor kind of use. So it has a rubber overmold on this full tang handle here. Polymer. Sheath that's designed to work with any kind of MOLLE type equipment. You can also remove it, and well, I'd have to actually go through some steps, I guess, to unbolt it and all that stuff. But yeah, you can remove the hard sheath from all of this webbing material and just kind of lace it in on its own if you wanted to. And then it's got some more strap options if you want to kind of make it more of a drop leg type thing, or put it down around the thigh or an ankle. But the sheath itself is actually not too bad. I was looking at it online. Supposedly holds the knife pretty securely, but not too hard to get it out there and draw. The blade itself is a drop point kind of blade. I believe there are serrated versions. I'm not so into the serrations in terms of just a field knife, but you can get them. Comfort wise, it is a little skinny there, but for my taste, but it's a nicely, that rubber overmold gives you a nice good grip. Where your little lanyard hole area right there definitely could double as a glass breaker / slightly less lethal option over there, do a little bit of damage if you needed to, but you've got that. In terms of survival knife though, I would want one that's got a pommel that I can use as maybe like, sort of a hammer type thing. It doesn't have that feel of a survival knife, like a real tough, rugged feel. It's a little bit light, a little bit front heavy. I'm not going to hold that against it right now. And I'm not saying that I'm going to, because it's got a polymer handle, well, all your Moras have that polymer plastic handle on it. Well, just about anyway. I'm not saying that in itself makes it bad. It doesn't have a lot of the features that, an issued survival knife usually has. This kind of molded in jimping, it's okay. I think that the rubber overmold there actually gives you better grip, though, than the jimping does. I don't even think that this doesn't, I don't know what this is supposed to do. It does nothing for you there. But the shape and stuff is, you know, for my big hands, pretty comfortable overall. You can definitely get a good solid grip on it. This is perfect time. We always talk about, well, with gloves on. But so yeah, with gloves on, you can still get a nice good grip. It does sort of disappear a little bit more in your hand, but you can still really feel it, feel the areas you want to, and get a nice firm grip on the knife without kind of losing the feeling of the knife. I like that they didn't try to go like really fancy or anything with the shape of it. It is just a simple drop point. I always think that government mail makes the best paper for paper testing. Not bad. I don't blame the blade. It hit the fold in the paper. Let's try it over here. I feel like we've got to get the feel of the knife to do this properly. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Right out of the box, I was really hoping that this would just be kind of razor sharp and ready to go. This was a piece of mail that I opened up out here. You know, so it hasn't been sitting, it hasn't been kind of exposed. There seems to be an area right about up here that it hits, and then it doesn't want to cut anymore. Oh well. You know, I think that that's a nice clean cut. I think that with a little bit of honing though, you know, it could get really, really sharp in a hurry. It has that feeling. Ooh. Not wanting to pull through at all. Not at all. Let's give ourselves a little bit more leverage and wrap some fingers there. Okay. Alright. Wow, it does not want to pull through with any normal force. There we go. Only way down there at the bottom of the blade. Doesn't want to do that. Out of the box, I'm very disappointed with the edge. Look at that. Look at that. I would expect a knife like this to be finished better right out of the box, so that you can just take it, get it, and go. That's disappointing. Oh well. I've always said Gerber's not my favorite company. Not at all. Got my favorite big stick to abuse here. Takes care of these things pretty easily. Let's see. Well, might have not done great during the paper test, but it takes care of this stuff pretty nicely. Getting a little bit more difficult as we go. Not the most comfortable handle for holding, for doing a little bit of chop. Not the way I like to anyway. I like to actually choke down a little bit to give myself a little bit more leverage, even though this is a little bit front heavy, and it just doesn't feel great, but you can see it gets the job done. So, you know, in terms of actually using this thing off in the woods somewhere to do work, it's got the blade width, it's got the mass and kind of the leverage to do it. I think that starting with a nice, really refined honed edge, though, would really help us out. I think I would also definitely want, on this one particularly, to put a lanyard there for around my wrist. You know, not wearing gloves might be a different story, but with the gloves on, I just, you know, originally it felt okay, but I'm not feeling like I get a really good grip on it while I'm chopping and it's moving around in my hand. So you notice you've got 90-degree edges on the spine there, so if you were inclined to use this with a ferro rod, you could throw some sparks, use it to start a fire. I don't have one out here with me right now, so that won't be something we do. It's actually chopping through this twig. Not great, but decently. You know, it's not my thing particularly. I could see that, you know, with a good blade, a good edge to start with, I've said this probably twice already in the video, it might have done a little bit better, might have performed a little easier. 420 HC it never has been and never will be my favorite steel, especially for a knife like this. I know that some companies use it pretty successfully. Buck uses it and Victorinox uses it, but they have their own special process for how they do it. And again, heat treat can make or break your steel, and I don't know how they do it particularly. I know that there are also some people that are huge fans of Gerber. You know, take it for what it is, but just not a real big fan of this particular knife. I will put a really, really nice mirror polished edge on it, though. I think this would be a good addition to our giveaway. I definitely am, you know, if I keep it, it's just going to kind of sit around a little bit. For the money, you get the knife, you get a nice sheath, I like it. With all its moly compatibility, you get the leg strap, for depending on how you want to wear it and everything. An actual made in the USA Gerber is pretty cool too, I have to say. So, you know, your thoughts on it, guys. I figured because it was requested and because it was right there available where I was, I would give it a shot, try it out. So we could take a look and see what we thought. So there's the Gerber Prodigy. Now, again, it comes in serrated blades. It comes in a Tanto. It has different colors to it. This is just the one that was available right there. Walmart, actually, is where I picked this one up, where I found it. But, you know, it's available in multiple places and stuff. So, yep, now it's your turn. Give me your thoughts on it. What do you think? Obviously, I'm not doing a whole hard use test out here. Ground is frozen, and so I'm not able to do that portion of it and the other stuff. This is just, you know, a little mini review plus. So I am going to go warm up my fingertips because I am a cold wuss, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Don't like it at all, but it is pretty background for a video now that I've littered it with tree bark and 550 cord and stuff. Alright guys, as always, I will direct you to the video description where we have a cool link to our Discord server that the Golden Atlas had set up, where we have all sorts of fun discussions about all sorts of stuff. Not just videos, but all sorts of stuff. So you can check that out and get involved if you want. Link to my Patreon page where you can check out what's going on there and see if you want to join up with that team and help support the channel. And, you know, stuff like viewer requests, a lot of them are funded by the cool contributions of the Patreon team members, so you can think about that. Facebook page, I haven't been very active on it lately, but I need to get back on it, and I will get back on it. And so it's cool to you know, like the Facebook page and follow that, and announcements and cool stuff going on there. And my email addresses and stuff. Still looking for more Q&A questions so I could throw together another Q&A video. People are asking me when it's coming out, but I need the questions. I need the Q&A questions to answer, you know, so that I can do the video. So QuestionsForDocP@gmail.com, right here is where you can send all your Q&A video questions, and I'll be happy to answer anything you guys want to ask me. So, ladies, gentlemen, llamas, and others, you guys are all totally awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.